Hey Rich Nation, AJ Rich here, and welcome back to another My Hero Academia reaction. Today we're going to be watching Season 3, Episode 6. Last time we got to see everybody kind of fighting the League of Villains, and the big thing was 1B got some fights. That was the biggest thing. I love to see, Tetsu get like some action, and some of the other 1B students actually get lines. I think when they got introduced in the like the tournament arc, I really enjoyed that. A lot of them, I thought they were really interesting. Not just them, but the other students that aren't in 1A. So it's nice to see them kind of in the forefront here and getting some much needed screen time. So I'm hoping for more of that. But also Dark Shadow is completely out of control, and we know that because of it's super dark. So the darker it is, the more like out of control Dark Shadow is. So we're gonna have to see what happens with that. I would think that it could get so powerful that it could maybe take on an extremely powerful villain, but if you can control it. But if Tokoyami can't control it, then it becomes a villain on its own. Like it's kind of a double-edged sword. So we're gonna go into something like that for this episode. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, go follow me on Twitter at ajrich123, as well as check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123. And let's go ahead and start.
Kanchan and Todoroki went second in the test of courage. If they didn't go back to camp yet, then they might still be around here.
Yep. Everyone's beat up.
Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah. If we want to get through here, we'll have to face
Dark Shadow. Poor Tokoyami, man. That's so hard to control.
After Mandalay told us what was happening, that we shouldn't engage, we were both on high alert. Still, one of the villains got the drop on us.
Oh, it's that one we heard from last episode. It showed it really quick.
Even though one of my arms was cut off.
Really?
One of the crazy ones. Oh.
Bad, but it's not like it's lost forever. My duplicate arms are capable of making duplicates upon duplicates.
That's a benefit.
Cut off.
Thumbs up.
The quirk he'd been suppressing began to rage and take over.
Oh, his emotions are a big thing that controls Dark Shadow. Oh,
The less control
no
the
wonder.
he has.
Persona.
No idea his quirk could explode like this.
But they made it wilder.
Emotions are hard to handle, and Tokoyami's having issues here.
Sound or movement. A beast lashing out with indiscriminate attacks. Forget about me. Go! His quirk has a weakness to light. If we can lead them to a fire
Ooh.
back to camp, we can contain it.
That's a good idea.
I know these are strange circumstances, but I can't just leave a suffering friend behind. I'll distract Dark Shadow for you, and you can run.
Hold on. The fire and camp are both pretty far away. You'll be in danger if he...
Ooh, a lot of 1A cares about each other.
Will you stay with me and help Tokoyami? Or will you rush to Bakugo's side? You have to make a choice
Ooh,
right now.
that's tough. I mean, he's closer to Bakugo. He sees them all as equals. All his classmates.
Teeth attack? Seriously? It's time to blast this freak with everything I've got.
And he has help.
If they're fighting!
That is a very interesting quirk.
One of you, give us some light!
The plan. It's not perfect, but it might work.
What?
If Dark Shadow reacts to sound, then make duplicate arms to bait him. So he'll follow us without attacking our actual bodies.
Bait and switch.
I want to choose one or the other. I want to save them both.
Sometimes you can't do that though. That's the only issue. You can't.
Shoji and Midoriya.
You might weaken one of the plans by doing that.
We need some light now.
Slabs of meat. No good. Can't allow it. I'm the one who gets to slice them open. Don't steal from me!
God damn, this guy's a psycho. Dark Shadow is pretty much the same level of psychoness here. He's mad and raging. Actually, Dark Shadow could kill him. He's a villain on his own. Did he control him? Oh, nice. There, good thing Bakugo was there. I guess that Midoriya's plan worked.
That guy, but you beat him instantly. My friend, are you okay? You did what we needed you to.
Good, Tokuyami!
I'm still far too immature. Anger consumed me, and I let my quirk take over.
This is what training's for, though.
Of the darkness, combined with my fury, spurred Dark Shadow into a frenzy. That's what you'd say if our roles were reversed.
He's always fighting with darkness. Or saying cool one-liners.
I don't know if you heard Mandalay, but I found out the villains are after Kachan. As long as Vlad King and Mr. Aizawa have regrouped there.
I understand.
The more
So
people,
our mission is to get Bakugo back to safety by serving as his protectors.
the more people together, the better for them in this case.
Going that way would draw the attention of the villains. And if Tokoyami's okay with it, we can always use Dark Shadow now that we can actually control him.
See, when you combine your powers, you will be able to fight.
We could probably even go up against All Might.
Hey,
Just make sure you keep up.
don't tell me what to do!
This is the best. This is a really good combo.
Get everyone back safely. If we can do that, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Midoriya, as much as I was actually particularly worried about him in this case because he tends to overthink situations sometimes. Most of the time, him taking notes and knowing people's weaknesses, benefits of weaknesses and strengths can help in situations like this. But when he puts everything on himself and tries to save everybody, and that's what I thought when he was talking about saving Tokoyami or Bakugo, and he put himself in that spot where either you're supposed to make that choice. He combined them and helped them both. But the problem is he always wants to save everybody. I gotta say everybody. Well, he's already beat up. He's in a bad issue. Good thing everyone's together. That's beneficial. But in most cases, you really have to make a decision. And I feel like Midoriya might have an issue with that. If he ever gets put in a spot where he has to choose between somebody, and it could be a life or death situation. So that's something as a hero, I think he needs to work on the most. But yeah, in this case, it's going to be better. He's got people with him. There's so many villains all together. They have to make sure that they're grouped up. They're going to do better. They can, like they said, they can even take All Might.
Shallow. Not much blood.
Oh no. The Yandere.
Super cute. Uraraka?
Interesting.
Normally I'd suck it directly from the cut to make it flow, but there's no time. Don't worry, girls. This machine will start pumping it out as soon as I stick it in you.
She gives me goddamn shivers down my spine.
You have to get back to camp. We got permission to use quirks to protect ourselves, not to counterattack. I'm sure that's what Mr. Aizawa meant. What a cute nickname. I think I'll call you that too. Don't be your friend too.
She's so fucking twisted.
Sue, you couldn't be more adorable. I just love blood. Where can it be? Such good friends. Get away from her!
No.
Pull with all your might and slam them.
Nice. That training's beneficial. Hey, look, internships pay off. That was way too easy. There's no way.
You're delightful too.
Oh.
You've got the same smell as me. You
What?
had a crush on someone, right?
Same smell.
This is it. My shot.
Wait, who does
Gonna be just like
the other girl have a crush on? Blood?
two lovesick girls. What is
She's
with
definitely a Yandere.
Then you realize you actually want to become that person.
Oh God.
To that point, there's no going back. That's how love works, right?
No.
Kind of
No!
Your eye, huh?
Oh! Of course she's in love with the hero killer.
End up cutting them. Hey, Ochako, isn't this fun? Just two girls hanging out.
This is
talking about
fun!
crushes.
This is fun! I did not sign for this. I did not sign to get blood.
Stop! There's too many people here now, and I don't feel like being killed tonight.
Oh no, no!
We have
No,
idea
Deku!
what quirk she has.
Who was that girl just now?
What of the
Deku has acquired a new love he doesn't want.
You're hurt.
It's not bad.
They're slowly gathering everybody up.
Bakugo, then shouldn't he be standing here with you guys?
What are you talking about?
Of course he ran off on his own. Of course he did. It's Bakugo. He wants to take everybody on himself.
I took the lad you're talking about with my magic.
What?
Talent like his would be squandered were he cast as a hero. We'll provide him with a grander stage.
They're trying to make him a villain.
Give him back.
He would be the easiest one to sway, it feels like, but
Why the aggression? We merely
well,
wish to
they
show
think
him
that.
there are options besides
I think
the
he's
narrow
stronger.
world of heroism he's drowning in.
He snatched two of our strongest classmates without a
Tokiyama.
sound.
Oh, because of Dark Shadow? That's probably why they see him.
You think you've beaten us? You're mistaken.
A bad habit.
That
of
makes
mine.
sense.
I was once an entertainer, you know. Take
Magician?
Tokiyama. When I saw the avian take him down so easily and violently, I decided he should join our troop.
You bastard! You can't take them!
They're seeing the darkness in people.
This guy for me.
Okay.
They might even see Todoroki like that at some point.
Here, my specialty's not combat.
Maybe not now.
I'm not foolish enough to fight hero candidates from UA. Vanguard Action Squad. I've acquired our target. I'm gonna show it.
You gotta make sure you...
Hey, Dobby, did you hear the radio? I'm so pumped up. Our boy Compress totally got the job done. The man certainly took his time. I was starting to get bored.
Freaking Deadpool, man.
This place was supposed to be hard to find because of the wall of flames and poisonous gas. But looks like the gas is gone. Things never go according to plan, do they?
Oh, no.
Maybe I should too?
Oh, no. He probably doesn't even think he's worth it, though. Maybe not?
You said he would only react to your voice, correct?
Oh, they have a Nomu with them? Shit.
That's right.
Well, of course they
You're
would.
The one who reminded me to let him loose on the students earlier.
No problem. Bow before me.
Shigaraki did.
Oh.
This is really bad! What the crap is this thing doing here?
Oh, that's a Nomu. Shit.
Are you alive? If you are, please wake up now! It's gonna catch us! I'm sorry. I'm always say.
Oh, shit.
What the hell? What are those? Oh no!
They're freaking drills.
Sorry!
Somebody came in, right?
Don't tell me. They have Bakugo.
Yeah.
Come on, think. What would the worst case scenario be, Momo? And what's the smartest thing you can do right now?
Use your brains.
Button. Just hurry up and do
Some type of bomb or something? Or a tracker.
Okay.
Maybe a tracker? Or a...
No way he's getting that thing off.
Shut up! You have only yourself to blame. This is the consequence of your villainy.
Understand, villain? This is how
Nice.
for you.
They took the upper hand here.
This isn't defeat. Stain endures. We'll purge you degenerate heroes and that kid with glasses.
God
by the kid's
damn.
name!
Will you be quiet already? What's your quirk anyway? All we saw was that giant sword.
Get off!
He probably has more than that.
These ingenues aren't as big a deal as I expected.
Well, where is Ida?
We can't give up.
Not now. We have to catch him and get our friends back.
But he's pulling farther ahead with every second.
Shoji, hold me in
Good plan.
Use your quirk to correct our trajectory through the air. Measure the distance with your eyes, Uraraka, and then when the timing looks right, release us.
I see.
He'd be a great, like, captain of a team. I'm surprised he's still talking.
With that much pain, trust me, I don't feel any pain right now. I can do this.
Literally adrenaline. 100% adrenaline at this point. so just 3 of them. There you go.
Huh? Lame. I'm the only one here? And I found a cute boy I'm interested in.
No.
No, thanks,
Poor
man.
Deku.
I love you too.
Both of you, shut it. You're too loud.
Oh man, she's a villain, but she's funny as hell.
Oh, hey, wait. I know these kids. Who are they?
Oh man, what an episode. You don't have to have like a like a humongous fight to make My Hero a good, like just a good like a good episode of My Hero. You get kind of a variation, and this is kind of one of them. Seeing, for one, Midoriya can really team his like really kind of captain a team, utilize each person the best way possible, and do it in the matter of like seconds. That's a brain you need if you're going to be a hero, for one, but like a leader, because they go up, you can fight in groups, when they end up becoming heroes and stuff. You don't have to be individual, and I feel like Deku would do better not being an individual. Not that he's not strong on his own, I just think he could be utilized better as a captain. And that's kind of the same way I think about, and I call it a captain, I don't know what they would call it in this, but just more of just like the leader of a group. Same thing, I think kind of the same thing as Momo or even like Todoroki. I think they would be pretty good leaders. Even Bakugo, even though he does act really individual, we've seen him in cases being able to team a group. So you kind of point those and find those in 1A, and we've even seen that with some of the 1B students here too. But in this case, it was good. Like Dark Shadow, they took Bakugo, and then they're taking Tokiyami as well. And I wondered about that, but it makes sense because they're looking at Dark Shadow. If you could technically, I guess, turn that, if it's going to be evil on its own, you can make him completely lose control, and then they'd be able to utilize that. But then I was thinking maybe they're taking this, there's a possibility they're taking this to maybe take quirks as well, because they brought another Nomu, and that made me think Nomu, they're taking like quirks and combining them and putting him in like a person, right? And then creating a Nomu. So technically they could take like maybe they're not taking Tokiyami for that, for the reason of taking him, but taking Dark Shadow, taking that quirk out of it and putting it in a Nomu. That would make more sense. Bakugo, they're probably taking to convert into an evil person. So they could actually take a few people in this group. But in this also them taking the Yandere, I forget her name. I think her name was mentioned once. I'll have to look it up. But she's a nutcase, but at the same time, I think she's a funny as hell character. I think one of my favorites from this kind of new arc here. I think she, like, literally every time, all her screen time, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the thing. I think she's funny as hell. But her craziness comes from like loving the hero killer, and I was like, oh well, all of them joined because the hero killer. So in her case, it's more of a fallen deadly in love, literally deadly in love. But she was taking blood from Ochako, and that made me think, okay, so this blood is being utilized for what purpose? And when I think about it, it's probably either, maybe that's the same thing you could get the quirk, because it's from blood. Maybe you could do that for the Nomus as well, get quirks. I can't remember how they explained it, but maybe they can get quirks from the blood, or maybe I'm just overthinking this. I'm not 100% sure, because why else would she be grabbing blood for? Do they have some type of cloning device? Does that even work? I don't even know. I would think maybe you could take quirks that way, because why else is she taking the blood unless that's just some creepy perversion thing I don't even want to think about. So I don't know, maybe she collects blood, but yeah, they're all in this very, very bad situation, but grouping up and grouping together like that is their best case scenario of survival. the more they're grouped up together, especially the students, the more chances they're going to have, because even though there is a lot of villains out there, they outnumber the villains that are through there. So that's their best case. And they got saved quite a few times just timing wise, somebody talking or the Nomu getting called back. Also Momo putting the tracker on the Nomu. I'm calling it a tracker because that's the only thing that would make sense. I thought it was either an explosion or a tracker. So maybe you can find where their hideout is later. That would be smart. If I'm Momo with her brain power, I would think that's what she's thinking. But anyway, very good episode. These episodes are very exciting. I love this arc. I have to say this is becoming probably my favorite arc so far. Just because the utilization of all the characters and not centering on one. Each episode has been giving these characters fights, even 1B, and that makes this such an enjoyable experience. I love the center on these supporting characters and getting them some screen time is amazing because they have really fun personalities. Even the villains, are very funny and interesting. They're not like one note villains. They have some great one-liners, and I have to say I'm impressed by the villains. You can make a villain really boring and not like, even though they're evil and they might scare the living shit out of you, they can be fun and entertaining, and these ones definitely are. You can tell that they're kind of newish villains. They still feel like maybe like students or just immature, like a lot of them are. It's like it feels like it's their first mission, except it's villains, just like first mission for the heroes and like getting in their first fights. It feels like the same way with the villains. So we kind of see both sides here, which is interesting, and I like it. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell so you know when the show comes out. Also, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 for full reactions and early releases. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.